Welcome to The Explainer. I am so glad you're joining us today. We are diving into a truly fascinating retail pivot. We're going to look at exactly how Starbucks is actively navigating the huge divide between the digital and physical worlds. And why? To win back one very specific, very important demographic, Generation Z. So think about this. How exactly does a massive coffee giant win back a demographic that researchers are actually calling the loneliest generation? I mean, it's a huge challenge. Gen Z is out there craving real, authentic, analog community. But Starbucks, well, they built their recent massive growth on high-speed digital efficiency. So they've got to figure out how to give this generation that vital connection without losing the tap-and-go convenience they've gotten totally used to. And honestly, that right there is the core conflict. Starbucks originally built its brand as this cozy third place, that perfect, welcoming spot between your home and your office. But their crazy success with mobile convenience accidentally turned a lot of their cafes into these kind of sterile pickup depots. And the result? Their Gen Z market share actually slipped from 67% down to 61%. So the million-dollar question we're answering today is, how do they fix it? Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to unpack the Gen Z dilemma. Look at TikTok's secret recipe. Explore their Deep Brew AI. See how they're reimagining the third place. Check out the new Campus Buddy and Focus Zones. And finally, bring it all together with the hybrid coffee future. All right, starting with Section 1, the Gen Z dilemma. Let's look at the massive shift in consumer habits that actually kicked off this entire transformation. Get a load of this truly staggering shift. Right now, 75% of Starbucks' global beverage sales are iced drinks. 75%. And this isn't just a summer trend anymore, folks. This is a year-round preference driven largely by Gen Z. They want cold, highly customizable drinks that they can photograph, sip on, and immediately share on social media. To adapt to these new behaviors, we're seeing a really stark contrast between the old Starbucks and their 2025 vision. The old model leaned way too hard into being a mobile-only pickup depot, which meant a super quick, transactional 10-minute dwell time. People were just in and out. But the 2025 vision? They are actively bringing back ceramic mugs, introducing connection corners, and pushing for a 20-minute dwell time. They actually want you to stick around and hang out. So how do they get Gen Z's attention in the first place? Let's move to Section 2, TikTok's secret recipe. Starbucks tapped into digital virality so brilliantly here. Just picture a Gen Z consumer scrolling through TikTok and suddenly discovering this secret, crazy, customized iced drink recipe posted by an actual barista. Through campaigns like Coffeemization, which, by the way, generated over 11,000 recipe ideas from customers in Indonesia alone, Starbucks made these consumers feel like they had a VIP pass to an exclusive club. It's high personalization driving genuine emotional connection, and of course, a healthy dose of FOMO. And this right here is the ultimate marketing win. By embracing customization and this whole secret recipe culture, Starbucks effectively turned its customer base into an army of authentic, totally unpaid brand ambassadors. They aren't just buying drinks anymore. They are actively creating and sharing the brand's social media presence entirely on their own. How smart is that? But what exactly is powering this personalization behind the scenes? Let's get into Section 3, Deep Brew AI. Let's walk through how this tech actually works. Deep Brew is Starbucks' proprietary AI engine. Step 1, it pulls in real-time data, stuff like your exact location and the local weather. Step 2, it cross-references that with your personal purchase history. And Step 3, it sends a hyper-personalized nudge right to your phone. So if it's a rainy, miserable afternoon in Seattle, boom, you get a push notification for a warm vanilla latte. But a sweltering day in Tokyo? It nudges you toward an iced matcha. It's basically a highly caffeinated crystal ball. And the numbers prove this is way more than just theory. 56% of their transactions are now fully digital. Deep Brew has driven a 23% lift in digital engagement and bumped up the average check size by 14%. That all rolls up into a massive 30% overall ROI. They are managing to retain that cozy third-place magic digitally by anticipating exactly what you want literally right when you want it. But of course, digital convenience alone isn't enough for a generation craving real connection. Section 4, Reimagining the Third Place. Starbucks takes this physical cafe experience so seriously that it's literally being studied by academics. Researchers are closely analyzing how the brand blends their super strict global standards with local cultural aesthetics. It's a strategy known as globalization, and it's basically a masterclass in global service quality.
To actually bring this analog warmth to life, Starbucks is injecting a massive $1 billion investment into a North American remodel program. We're talking about transforming 1,000 high-traffic stores here. They're bringing back the ceramic mugs, adding plush seating, warming up the lighting, and even building dedicated connection corners for board games and local events. They are fighting digital fatigue head-on by bringing back that classic 1990s coffeehouse nostalgia.
This physical redesign leads us to a highly targeted strategy. Section 5. Campus Buddy and Focus Zones. Check out this number, 550,000. That's over 500,000 student subscribers that Starbucks Korea locked in for their Campus Buddy membership program in just over a year since it launched. Insane, right? And here is exactly why the program blew up so fast. A solid 30% discount. But here's the really clever part. It's a weekday discount on handcrafted beverages that perfectly aligns with a student's actual class and study schedule. They looked at the data and served up a perk that matches their target audience's routine flawlessly. Beyond just the discounts, they are physically changing the cafes to accommodate the massive cafe studying trend. At locations near major campuses like Hanyang University, they're dedicating up to half of their seating specifically to segregated 1 to 2 person focus zones. This finally gives Gen Z the quiet, structured study environment they crave. And, as a huge bonus, it solves that age-old complaint of one person monopolizing a giant communal table for 6 hours. It's a win for literally everybody. All right, let's bring all these pillars together for our final section. Section 6, the hybrid coffee future. So, how does this hybrid approach actually work in real life? Well, Starbucks uses the cold, algorithmic efficiency of its AI app to actively encourage warm, analog behavior. Imagine your phone buzzing with a notification that says, "Hey, unlock a ceramic mug and a free refill if you stay for 20 minutes." They're literally using their advanced tech to incentivize you to slow down, take a seat, and genuinely connect with the space around you. It really boils down to this core philosophy. The third place is not a relic, it's a reinvention. The future of retail isn't just about rolling out the fastest or most frictionless technology. It's about figuring out how to use that technology to facilitate genuine human connection and community. That is the real ultimate takeaway from today's explainer. Which leaves us with this final, pretty provocative thought to chew on. In an age of algorithmic alienation, how will your brand use data to amplify authentic community? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope these hybrid strategies inspire you to blend digital efficiency with analog warmth in your own life and work. Keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.